Good evening and welcome to Sensual Talk. This is where we explore different shades of sensuality and pleasure. I'm your host, Emanuela Fernandes. This evening we're visiting the Seduction boutique in Toronto and chatting about toys, props, and implements to connect you to your sensuality with sex and sexuality advocate, Miss Erin Pim.
Hi everyone, hi Manuela, how are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much for being on Sensual Talk.
Oh my gosh, it's my absolute pleasure.
There's so many fun things to get to,
Yes.
but before we dive in, the Seduction Boutique is located at 577 Yonge Street in Toronto. And Yonge Street is home to some of the very, very brave people who this past Monday have witnessed one of the worst tragedies in the history of Toronto, the van attack that killed 10 and injured 14. Toronto is my home, and I want to extend my gratitude to the first responders and the fearless and strong people of this amazing city. Hashtag Toronto Strong. And I think that Toronto needs some excitement. So
We need a
shall
little pick-me-up right now.
Yes.
I think.
So
Yeah.
now that we paid this, just said our thank yous and said what we have to say,
Yep.
and we really have had a very tough week here in Toronto.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
What?
tonight. We're going to talk about the things that connect us to our sensuality, and
Yes.
I love that. And this definitely is the place to come to for that kind of merchandise and fantasy and inspiration. Before we go ahead with that, I just want to send a very special thank you to Dronish Media who's sponsoring us tonight. And Erin,
Yeah.
please, let's get to some of the fun stuff that we have.
Lovely. Yes, I love that we have such a variety of things to show everyone this evening, because here at Seduction, one of the things that makes them stand out as a store is the variety of things. The store is enormous. And it really is. There's sex toys, there's pornographic material, there's lingerie, costumes, wigs, shoes, everything. And because it's so large, they're able to offer things starting at a very low price point to the most luxurious luxe items on the market, and everything in between. So we've got a lovely a taste platter here for everyone.
And tonight we're really going to focus on kind of sensuality aspect of the play.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And it actually can be used on your own or with your partner, for your solo play or with your partner.
Most definitely, yeah.
Love that.
Many of these implements can be used either with or without a partner, or with many partners.
Erin,
Yes.
please tantalize me.
Oh, I would love to. Okay, starting at this end of our table here,
All right.
talking about sensuality, I want to talk about first sensation play, okay? And I've pulled a bunch of different items that I like to call my sensation platter. So we've got a bunch of different implements, toys, props here that are going to provide a variety of different sensations, okay?
Okay.
And one of the first things I like to do before I engage in any type of sensation play is put on a blindfold.
Oh, wow.
Yes, definitely. A little bit of sensory deprivation is just going to allow the receiver to truly focus on what is happening sensation-wise.
Interesting.
So I love to put on a blindfold
So I guess it's debilitating one of the senses in order to engage the rest
to
of the senses.
magnify and intensify the rest, exactly. Especially the sensation of touch, though we'll talk about there are many other senses coming into play as well. But mainly we're going to focus on touch for this kind of little platter that I have here for us. First things first, I have two ticklers here. One is an ostrich feather tickler that is quite soft. Yes.
Very
Quite
enticing.
Yes, very soft and sweet.
So let's give it
A
a try.
very kind of light sensation, kind of tickly perhaps.
It's very erotic, very kind
Yeah.
of arousing, but in a very kind of delicate way.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of more on the delicate side of the spectrum as far as sensation goes.
But yet I can see how when you're blindfolded, it would really magnify
breathe.
itself. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And that is just meant for tickling whatever area you want tickled, essentially.
Okay.
And moving on up from there, This is still a tickler, and yes, it is still a feather, but as you can see, this feather is a lot more stiff, right?
Okay.
So if you draw it across the skin, you'll find that it has quite a different sensation.
Very different.
It's still soft, still in the very light side of the spectrum, but even just the change of one bird's feather to another, you're getting a huge difference in sensation play.
So the ostrich feather, it's almost like a caress, like a kiss of touch.
Yes.
Right? As opposed to the other one, there's a little bit of roughness to it.
A little bit.
Yet it's still very, very enjoyable.
Yes, exactly. It's not sharp or prickly. We'll get to the sharp and prickly. But yeah, it's just kind of one step up on the sensation staircase, if you will.
Okay. I mean, I'm really enjoying this episode.
I bet you are. I bet you are. So perhaps we'll go over here.
Ooh.
This is a flogger,
Okay.
and it can be used in very many ways.
Suede.
It is suede, and we're talking about other types of sensation other than touch.
Right.
Smell the suede of this.
There's that leathery, wonderful aroma.
Yes, very, very much aromatic, coming off of this lovely flogger. And what most people might think you might do with this is hit someone with it.
Okay.
Which is most definitely something you can do.
Yeah.
But you know something else that's fantastic that you can do with a flogger?
And again, it's such a different sensation.
Again, yeah, we're doing similar things. It's still a soft touch on the spectrum, but this one's got a bit of pull in it. It's like ever so slightly the material is rough, and it kind of is pulling at the little hairs on my arm.
Right.
This is also lovely because it's a larger area. Putting this across someone's back or someone's torso or something like that, this whole thing can cover the whole torso and be stimulating. Give us kind of a similar light kind of a sensation to a larger surface.
And it really,
Yeah.
the same tool can be very kinky as well.
Of course it can, yeah. What a flogger is used for is to flog.
Right.
But there are so many more nuances to a tool like this than someone might think. You can get a whole range of sensations from a toy like this.
Very interesting.
Yeah, from
All
very
right.
soft to a much harder sensation.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, can do a lot. Very versatile. So over here, we're getting over to the prickly side.
This looks like a kitchen tool to me.
This looks like a bit of a pizza cutter. I hope you can see it. It looks like a bunch of pizza cutters lined up in a row, but they're spiky.
Right.
And I mean, they're not sharp.
Or
They're not too sharp.
Or something you would put on a cowboy's boot.
Yes, like a spur. Exactly. Oh, that's brilliant. Exactly. I was also thinking like a cookie. You know how you decorate cookies? You know, it has a pattern on the wheel.
Right.
Something like that. But anyway, it's called
I guess it's my cowboy fantasy
Maybe.
that I've always had.
We'll get there.
It's not just a pilot fantasy that I've always had. Let's just put it out there. It's also a cowboy.
I love it. Love it. This is called a Warrenberg wheel. Warrenberg wheel.
I'm learning something new today.
Yes, and this, as intimidating as it might look,
It is not.
it's actually quite lovely. And I mean, same with this. This can be used in a variety of different ways and can elicit a variety of different types of sensation. But at its lightest form, it's quite pleations to have something kind of rolled across your body.
Right.
And you can imagine, as well, you're going to receive different sensations based on where this tool is rolling
Right.
over. More sensitive parts on your body is going to read the sensation that more intensely. So depending on where you put it, how much pressure you're exerting, for how long you're doing it for, this is all going to elicit lots of different types of sensation from something like this.
And I also like the fact that you can actually involve some temperature play with this.
Yes,
because,
it's metal.
Yes, because the truth is our bodies sometimes only respond to temperature play.
Yes.
Right? And that's something that a lot of people don't realize, that there are certain erogenous spots and just spots in our bodies that only respond to different temperatures. Right?
Exactly.
So for example, the other things that we do, tools that we kind of were demonstrating before, they don't necessarily have that specific, temperature,
Yes.
right? But this, you can actually make it cool.
You
and
can
even
put
on
that
its
in the
own.
freezer and then do that on someone.
Yeah.
And can you imagine? Because metal is a great conductor for heat and for cool.
Right.
Yes. And you know what? The one thing that we left out from this sensation platter is an ice cube.
True.
I mean,
That's classic.
it's a classic. It's a staple to get an ice cube and drizzle that over someone's body, run that over someone's skin, and have it melt on someone. Very sensual, right?
Very sensual.
And the last thing that I'm going to show you looks a little intimidating as well. It is a leather glove,
Alright.
but on the inside of the leather glove are spikes very similar to on the Wardenberg wheel.
This kind of badass.
It's very badass, but it's getting a similar sensation if you just lightly tease and tickle. It's like I love getting a lovely scratch on the back.
Yes, yes. I love when someone scratches my back. Maybe
Yes.
I should get one of those.
Yes, it's called a vampire glove. So a very intimidating name, but again, it can elicit an entire spectrum from one side to the other of sensation.
Very interesting.
Yes.
And it's leather. So
And
I
again,
mean,
oh, yeah.
and it's real leather, so it has that aromatic element, just like the other ingredient, the other tools did. So it's so cool.
Exactly.
And I
Yes.
mean, there's something about leather, right? There's something badass about leather. There's
Very.
something very, it's dominatrix. It's the fantasy, right?
Yeah. Leather daddy.
So leather daddy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there's whole communities.
Around leather.
Built around wearing leather and using leather in their play. Definitely.
Let me tantalize you. a
Oh,
little bit.
please. Oh, please.
How's that?
It's lovely. I love this tool. I really do. Look how sexy you are wearing it.
Last week I went to see a burlesque show, so now I'm all about gloves.
Oh, you show me the glove peel then. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Beautiful stuff.
So,
All right.
so that's our sensation platter.
Awesome.
And I mean that's a great evening in my recommendation.
I could do anything like that. Yes.
Yeah, just experiencing all different types of sensation, having the blindfold, maybe having some lovely relaxing music on, maybe lighting an aromatic candle,
Those are great
getting
suggestions,
all the sensations engaged, while you're kind of doing a wide variety of sensation play.
Very fun. All right. Let's move on
Moving
to some toys.
Yes, let's talk sex toys. Now I've got, again, here at Seduction, we have such a lovely wide range of toys.
That you do.
And I've kind of pick and choose. These are kind of more luxe choices. These
Okay.
are in the higher end price point wise, just because I want to show you some quality products.
But I mean, also, if you're going to invest into something that will last you for years,
Yes,
right? I
it's
mean,
an investment.
Worthy, it's a good investment for sure.
Definitely is, and a lot of times when you're buying an expensive toy, it's going to come with a warranty. So it's going to, if anything happens to it, most definitely you can go and get it replaced for you. So it's not a bad investment. If it breaks the next day for some reason, you're not stuck, you
Right.
know?
Okay.
And something that I would recommend if you are looking to purchase a more luxe toy is to go to a sex store and actually try it out in your hand.
Okay.
Turn on the vibrator and hold it in your hand.
Oh, that is pretty
That's a
intense
power-
sensation.
It is. That's one word for it.
All right.
But because, for example, this is called the We Vibe Tango. It's a Canadian company, We Vibe, here
Which we love.
in Ottawa. This is quite a powerful little toy. And I would never recommend buying specifically a vibrator online without actually ever having it in your hand to try out. Whether your friend owns it and you can see the vibration, or you go to a sex shop and they have demos out. Most of them have demos out on the table. Because especially if you are new to sex toys and you're not exactly sure what types of sensation you want, I wouldn't dive into a very expensive sex toy. But also, I wouldn't necessarily go very, very cheap. Because the thing with vibrators specifically is there is such a wide spectrum of vibration. From low end, which is going to feel rumbly, it's going to feel thuddy, it's going to penetrate, versus on the high end, we use words like buzzy, which some people can find quite annoying, that frequency of vibration. Tickly, itchy, some people feel. And a lot of very cheap vibrators are going to have that high frequency vibration. So if you're trying a vibrator for the first time and you're only spending $10 on it, and then you don't like it, you may think that you don't like vibrators. That's not necessarily true.
Which is an unfortunate thing, because you probably will be depriving yourself from something that really could bring you quite a bit of enjoyment.
Yes, exactly. So usually in a more luxe item, they're going to have the types of motors that produce those deep, thumpy, rumbling types of vibrations that most people prefer. Yeah.
I think we just got a little, sex toy 101. All right. I learned a lot of new things.
So let's start here. This is called a bullet vibrator, this style of a vibrator. And this is just used externally over the vulva, over the clitoris. And as we might know, most women receive the most pleasure that way, externally. So something like this that is hard plastic, this one specifically is going to be very powerful because hard plastic is a really good transmitter of vibration. If you get something that's silicone, like this one here, a soft silicone.
And it's called a rabbit.
Yes, this is a dual vibrator. And some of them are called rabbits because they actually have two little rabbit ears there. So if it's silicone, it's
for all you Sex and the City lovers.
Yes, exactly. That's it. Much immersed in pulp culture. The rabbit. Yes. She got addicted to a rabbit, right? That's what happened. So silicone, this type of a material, is going to disperse vibration more so. So it's going to feel a little more muted for people that don't like intensity so much. And this is only something you're going to find out about yourself through trial and error.
Exactly.
And again, through going to a sex shop and holding it in your hand. If it feels too intense in your hand, it is going to feel 100 times more intense in a more intimate place.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So another reason just to get into a sex store and start touching things with permission from the salespeople.
Erin, thank you so much. This was a fantastic introduction. I think we should do the whole episode just on sex toys. I actually think because you know so much about it. I need to learn more about that. All right, let's move on because we're almost out of time. Let's move on to a few more kind of pleasure, playful things.
Yes, I love this.
And I love this one. Hold on a second.
This looks so sweet on you. Oh. How does it make you feel?
Oh, I feel like a sexy kitten goddess. Meow.
Kitten goddess of the cat. I have a dirtier joke, but I hear you have a more conservative audience.
Yes.
So we have a couple fantasy items here.
I love the fantasy. Yes, my brand is all about the fantasy.
Lovely. So we are starting over here with two costume pieces.
Okay.
At a lot of different sex shops, you're going to find some costume / lingerie pieces. Here we have a bit of a naughty teacher, naughty schoolgirl, and here we have a bit of a naughty maid. They're all naughty versions of something, of some profession or something.
That is beautiful. But at the same time, a lot of items in your store are very tasteful.
Definitely.
It really can suit any.
Gorgeous pieces of lingerie here. These are kind of on the more fun, fantastical side, meant to elicit a certain type of play.
Right.
Yes.
And last year for Halloween, I was actually looking for a flight attendant's uniform.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that I should have come here.
You should have come here. This little thing here. Now this is badass. Talk about badass, right? I feel like I could see you in this. You could wear this over this dress. Look how gorgeous this is. This is a little cincher. That's all this is.
All right. Let's give this a try.
And I mean, it might be be a little. Oh my God,
I mean,
you're so tiny.
My viewers may
you
have
are
a hard time seeing
You are
this.
so tiny. I'll lift you up. Oh my
All right,
God. It's
this
gorgeous.
actually is just so, it really holds things in place, and I mean, it just makes your waist seem so. How is this?
Can we see you? Oh my gosh, you are so tiny
So
in the
tell me
midsection.
about this item.
This is gorgeous. This is a lovely wet look cincher. This can be worn just as Emanuela is right now over any type of clothing, like a dress or a blouse or a t-shirt even would look lovely. Long sleeve shirt, anything really. And all it is meant to do is cinch you in, like the name is saying, cincher.
Right.
But as you can probably feel,
It definitely is a little bit restricted, yes.
Yes, yeah.
But it's not uncomfortable.
no, but it's a little, you're getting a sensation from wearing this, no? How does it make you feel wearing this item?
You know what? I just feel like I have this part controlled, but yet I feel very sensual. I feel very kind of.
You're aware of this
I'm
part of
aware
your
of it.
body.
Yes, absolutely. That's a good way to put
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You are now kind of in your skin. I'll take it
Yes.
off of you.
Yes.
Don't worry.
No, I'll keep it. I'm taking this.
It
off.
looks so gorgeous on
Victor,
you.
I'm coming home.
But it makes you carry your body in a whole different way, wearing an item.
It's funny
like
because I
this.
actually think it kind of.
Your posture?
My posture is better.
Yes. And you know what?
I'll wear this every day now.
Great! We'll just keep that on you then. Another thing that will completely change the way you stand, change your energy, change the energy in the room, is a gorgeous heel. Now we have
Speaking of the heel.
Oh, look at this. This is a
Check this
pleaser
out.
shoe. Yes. Sparkle.
And it's my size 5.
Yeah. Size 5. Oh my God. Get out of town, you tiny thing. These will make you walk like
A goddess.
a goddess. Yes.
Sex goddess.
Yes. This will change the way you stand and you
Yes.
present yourself. I've done a bit of acting in my day, and one great tip is to always rehearse in the shoe that you're going to be wearing, because wearing a different shoe changes your whole character. It changes the whole way you present yourself. And can you imagine how you will present yourself if you're wearing something very sexy, like one of these?
Now this is so Emanuela Fernandes.
Very
oh my goodness.
boudoir, very. The
This is
afternoon
very-
in Paris.
Last tango in Paris, leave alone afternoon.
Can you imagine wearing like a silk robe?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You've just got out of a bath. You've toweled yourself off in a luxurious towel. You've put on your silk robe and these adorable ostrich feather shoes. You are going to feel like a queen.
Yes. I'll take a pair of these in
please.
size 5.
Size
5 different colors.
5. We call that 1OE. One of all.
Amazing, amazing. Listen, we didn't even get to all the items, but we're out of time. I mean, we also had some massage oils, some
Flavored lubricants,
Phenomenal
more sex
stuff.
toys, lots more.
Listen, I already feel like a sex goddess, plus my shoes. I feel amazing. So, Erin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please, 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 if you're in Toronto, you gotta check out the Seduction Boutique right here on Yonge Street, 577 Yonge Street. I mean, it's so accessible. Take subway,
Yeah.
come down. If you're visiting Toronto, come down to this place. I mean, so many incredible, things for you to really kind of get you in touch with your sensuality, get you excited about your partner or about your solo play again, and really
I mean, look.
grab this.
Yeah.
This is a game changer. I'm telling you, I'm getting this. I'm definitely getting this. Erin, thank you so much. You're you're the wealth of knowledge when it comes to this stuff. I really hope we can do this again.
I would love to. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I want to thank Jornish Media for sponsoring another presentation, and I hope that you can join us for another Sensual Talk next week. For more sensual inspiration, go to dailysensuality.com, and thank you for joining us. I'm Emanuela Fernandes. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Erin.
Thank you.
All right. Oh my God, I feel so. Okay, let me go take my shoes.